Hey, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Guys, I hope you all are doing great. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and do a little commentary on Dr. Umar Johnson. He was on the Breakfast Club. I think it was this morning or yesterday, but whatever day it was on, I watched it this morning, and trust me, it was epic. I also had put it on my playlist so you guys can go ahead and check it out. So let me go ahead and play this right here. I see that he's on Instagram, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about some stuff. Guys, feel free, however you feel led, you want to go ahead and talk about, because we're gonna go ahead and dive into it. Because, like I said, guys, we got to stop putting our foot on one another and start lifting our brothers and our sisters up. So let me go ahead and play this right quick. I see that he's on Instagram, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Breakfast Club. If you guys didn't see it, I guess, just go ahead and check it out. But we're going to go ahead and talk about it because, trust me, I think that he hit it out of the park. So let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up. And also, I want to let you guys know, I want to go ahead and see if I can go ahead and get him on my show. But guys, you got to support me a little better than this, okay? So if I can go ahead and get some more people to support my channel, I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get Dr. Umar on my show. Them $500 that he's charging just to do a virtue, I think it's worth it. To me, I do. So if you guys think so as well, let me know, okay? So let me see if I can go ahead and pull him up right quick. And I'll be just go ahead and pull this up. Yep, I really like Dr. Umar, guys. I'm not
as Bill Cosby, you understand? And to be honest with you, having been born in poverty was a blessing for me because it safeguarded me away from the attitude of arrogance that so many of our black bourgeoisies have around the world. Wherever I go, I have yet not to encounter a black bourgeoisie population.
I hear you. Wonderful.
Look at Bob. Baba said, he said, don't say too much. Don't say too much. Cut it out, Baba.
I mean, if you guys don't believe this, this is what we've been fighting for so long. But it's good for somebody from outside the room to come and give us these thoughts. And I don't know if most of you are following him, but I follow him on Facebook and on social media all the time. And this is the real truth. Nothing other and nothing less. We don't want to give them too much of the show, the seminar.
Yes, sir.
Let's give them a piece. What's your message for the youth?
Well, Sunday, we want to focus more on the education and the mental health and the social service aspect. Now, being a school psychologist, I'm a clinical psychologist by doctorate. And so I want to talk about the mental health issues that our people have. Because although we have to fight for justice, we have to fight against discrimination and racism, we're also at war with ourselves because we are not healthy, we are not balanced, and we are not whole. We have pathological levels of depression, alcoholism, substance abuse, domestic violence, self-mutilation, eating disorders amongst black girls who feel they have to look like white girls in order to be beautiful.
Come on, preach.
We're seeing this
That's
all
what I
around
like
the
about
world.
him.
Once upon a time, you couldn't find a black woman who starved herself to get teeny to look weenie. And now our daughters are starving themselves teeny to get weenie. So we have to address the mental situation because there's no need to talk about political and economic freedom if you're psychologically unhealthy.
Yeah.
Amen, brother, man. Hey, wow. Well, I wish. We could to move to Aruba.
Well, listen. Here's my vision. This is my goal for my life. Queen just asked earlier. She said, "Well, what's your goal? What's your vision?" We only get about 100 years on this planet.
I hear you.
So my contribution to the global African struggle, to the Pan-African movement, is I want to be the first superintendent of a truly global African-centered school system. So if your child is in school in Aruba and you decide to relocate to Suriname, there's another school waiting right there. You decide to go to London or Amsterdam or South Africa or New York or LA. If you decide to go to Japan or Germany or Austria, there's a Pan-African school waiting for you right there. I want a global education system for African children. That's going to be my contribution to the liberation struggle.
Aruba, you heard it. You heard it. And when did you hear it? Right here on Massive 103.5 FM. This is no joke. This is no joke. I mean, as you listen to what Dr. Umar Johnson is saying, it makes so much sense for us to be on top. We got to come together as one. We got to understand. First of all, I think you should know where you come from.
Yes, sir.
Understand where you're going.
True.
And if you don't understand that our history has been tampered with and erased, and the black people are being so much damaged mentally, that put us in this stage we are right now. And it's good to listen to these different speakers and understand what they're saying to empower us. We should no longer be thought of as second class or third class citizens. We're just as good as anybody else.
But in order to change that, though, Baba, not to cut you off,
go ahead, man. I mean,
there must be psychological equality before there could be political or economic. So before I can force another person to see me as their equal, I have to believe I'm their equal.
Right.
And so our people,
That's
African
true,
people
absolutely
globally,
true.
we have been indoctrinated with this inferiority
See, people don't want to hear stuff like this.
Internalized racism is a cancer amongst our people. And so first you got to go through the internal reparation before you can have an external reparation. Because if you don't go through the internal reparation before you have the external reparation will benefit your oppressor more than it benefits you.
Thank you.
Amen. We have here in the States, Sonny Richardson, from Reculture. And Sonny, is one of the guys also in the fight.
So let me go ahead and pause this right quick and say this right here. I know a lot of people, they believe in jumping on the bandwagon. If everybody jumps this way, then they want to go ahead and jump away with the crowd. But it doesn't work like that. We have to stop, like I say all the time, we have to stop putting our foot on one another. But I want to go ahead and say this right here, because this right here is what Dr. Umar had said, and this right here had caught attention to me when he said, if you know that your mission is genuine, it's no need to respond to the negativity, because at someday the fruit of your work will manifest. And right there, the reason why Dr. Umar had said that is because, all the negativity, all the stuff that people are, saying about him, want to know about the school and what he's doing to the school and about women and all this other stuff. But that right there does not deflect the mission, especially when you are not contributing to it. And see, that's what it comes to when it comes to our people. We quick to put our mouths on people, but yet we don't want to sit there and help get our brother or our sister off the, get them off their foot, at least, try to contribute. We don't like doing stuff like that, but we quick to go ahead and do a lot of talking. And that right there, guys, it's got to stop, because like I said, and I said it many times, that the Most High God, he uses whomever he pleases, and it may not be the ones that you think that he going to use. We so caught up in order for us, especially Black people, in order for us to be successful, we have to be entertainers or we have to play sports. But if it's time for us to be able to, use our education and articulate our words and, wake our people up, then we have a problem with something like that. We don't even want to hear them unless a celebrity or athlete comes, and then that's when we're going to be attentive. But that's not the way that it's supposed to go. That's just how way back they used to do. When they was pushing agenda, especially with politics, the first thing that they want to do is get an entertainer. That's what happened with the reparation when they was trying to go ahead and pass the bill with reparation. The first thing that I can't think what the congresswoman what's her name was, she had got an entertainer. I think it was Samuel Jackson, if I'm not mistaken. But to speak for us right there, these people is not going to take us serious, because we don't need these entertainers, these actors to sit there and speak for us when we got people that the Most High God is raising up from the ground, from the root. But we don't want those type of people. We want people that's going to tickle our ears, people that's going to stroke us, or people that's going to tell us what we want to hear. But we're not going to be able to move forward, not like that, guys. We got to take our eyes off of people and put our eyes on the mission, keep our eyes on the prize. Because long as we keep our eyes on people, we're going to slack. We're going to fall. But we got to keep running, because I truly believe, just like I've been telling you guys all the time, I believe that we could have been out of this. And the only reason why we're not out of it and we still in the slump that we are in is because we trying to tear one another down. But like I tell you guys, when I'm blessed, you blessed. Learn to help someone, because when you help someone, trust me, you never know, that person right there can be the blessing to help you to get where you need to get. And I like what he had said. I'm gonna go ahead and read it again, because I thought that right there, man, it was awesome. When he was on the Breakfast Club, Dr. Umar Johnson was on the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne them, and he said, if you know that your mission is genuine, it's no need to respond to all the negativity, because at someday the fruit of your work will manifest. And that's absolutely true. You don't have to prove anything to no one, because your fruit is the one that is going to go ahead and bear witness. And right there, the brother, he was preaching, believe it or not, the man was preaching. He's preaching without walls, a church without walls. That's how the Most High God is calling. And he believed in his different religion, whatever he want to believe, that's something on him. Because I believe when it comes to religion, it's only superstitious anyway. It's man-made. Man came up with religion. The Most High God did not come up with religion. Man did. So whatever a person believes, that's something on them, long as they stay on the mission. That's all that matters. And I saw him, I caught it this morning on the Breakfast Club. And I think it was epic. I think that the brother had hit it out of the park, where even Charlemagne the God, he didn't even have a win. Not for him. And I wanted to go ahead and put that little picture up, but when I saw Dr. Umar had came on, I went ahead and on Instagram, I went ahead and played that first. But I don't know if the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne, because he does things, just to trigger people. I don't know about that flag, because you remember the flag, the rainbow flag that was in the back of him, because that we love to push certain agendas, but it didn't distract that man. He didn't even bother. It didn't even bother him, because he came in and he served a purpose, and he accomplished what he said. He stood on his word. And that's why I say, guys, we got to learn to support each other, because this right here is it. We got to stand together. Either we going to stand together, divided, or we going to fall. But this is it. It's time for us to put our foots on the ground, our feet on the ground, and it's time for us to start marching. It's time for us to start moving. And when he talked about what's her name, Brittany Griner, he talked about her, how He knew exactly, like I told you guys yesterday. He said that, he helped, well, even if he spoke it out of his mouth and put it on his platform, because they read the platform. Look what happened to Kyrie Irving. So that they reading his messages. They are. He wanted, to help to get the sister out. And also when he talked about Deion Sanders, the stuff I talked about that on my platform about Deion Sanders. We can't keep allowing these people to sit there and think that they can go ahead and buy us out, because this is it. This is it. We can't sit there and take these people's stuff, because it's going to be a time where it's going to be useless. You can't take that money wherever the Most High God is sending you. It's time for us to come out of this right here. So we cannot keep selling out, letting these people sell us out. That's why we in the predicament that we are in. It's not denied, it's just delayed. And the reason why it's delayed, because we got these jokers right here. The minute when they see a little money these people putting in our face, they want to sell their own people out. So I understand what the brother was talking about. Leave these people stuff alone. And that follow me all the time on my platform, I talk about it all the time. Leave these people stuff where it is. Because the love of money is the root of all evil. How are we going to be able to help our people to come out of the slump that they are in if we keep selling our brothers and our sisters out? It's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. So we got to stop it. We got to stop chasing that money. Because like I say, the love of money, not money, the love of money, which we need money. But I don't need money where I have to sell my brother or my sister out. I don't want that type of money. Because just like the brother said there and say, hit the fruits, gonna bear witness. You don't have to sit there and try to be something that you are not. People that really need you, but you're going to sell them out just because? That does not work like that. Andrew 3000 said the real money is your attention. That's all it is. But see, our people, we so busy looking at things, material possessions. And I talk about it all the time, that you cannot build a solid foundation off of material possession. It's just like building a house on sinking sand. Keep your eyes off of that stuff, guys, because money, believe it or not, that ain't nothing but the mark of the devil. Yes, we need it, but we also have to be good steward. Take what you have. Don't be greedy. Because soon the minute you're going to be greedy, you're going to want this, you're going to want that. And sooner or later, these people are going to be able to control you. And that's exactly what they are doing now. And a lot of people, they against Dr. Umar with the reparation when he said that we are not ready. He didn't say that we shouldn't get it because it's ours. But he's saying that we are not ready, which we're not ready. Because the minute that we get it, what we're going to do? We're going to go and give it right back to them. Because believe it or not, the minute that we get reparations, you're going to start seeing all types of businesses right in your community. People that wouldn't normally come in your community, people that would pass you by. But they are the ones going to set up shop right there in your community. Because they know that we are not ready. We are not good stewards when it comes to that type of money. That's just like when they was giving people the PP loans. The PP loans, like I said, I think that was a test. I think that they gave that money just to see how we was going to act. And look what we did. Some of these people was buying clothes, going to get their nails done, buying Rolls Royce, buying cars, all kinds of stuff that they really did not need. And these people, what you did, gave it right back to the bank. And that the bank was, something was going on with the bank where the bank needed that money. So they probably figured out, how can we go and help these banks to get back on their feet? Well, the best way we can help these banks is to sit there and give out these PP loans into the poor community. And I promise you, they're going to give it right back to those loan companies to get them out of debt. These people, they think they know exactly what they are doing. It's just that you don't know. because we so busy being focused on material stuff. And that's why we cannot come out today, because we're keeping our eyes on this stuff, which all it's doing is just tearing us up, separating us. And these people are becoming powerful and powerful, not knowing that, trust me, their day is coming. But all we doing is keep delaying their day because we so whatever, where we cannot wake up and see that it's time for us to come out of this, man. Enough is enough. Andrew 3000 say the things you own eventually end up owning you. Movie Flight Club. Correctly. Correctly. And it's sad. And I tell people all the time, I say the same thing all the time. Every time when I come on, I say the same thing. You cannot take all that stuff to the graveyard. You cannot take that stuff. When a thief comes, the thief will come in, he steal it. Then what you going to do? You just going to be in a pile of debt. And that's what the enemy wants you to do. The devil wants you to be in bondage, because long as you are in bondage, then you going to continue to be a slave to him. That's exactly what he wants. But we got to sit there and we got to wake up, because it's time for us to shake off these grave clothes. It's time for us to stop living from paycheck to paycheck, robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's not no way of living. That's not what I call the good life. When we shouldn't owe no man but to love them. But see, these people, like I said, they think because they know we're not going to think. Because we looking at what's right now, we're not looking at what's ahead of us. And that's why we still in this sunken place, which I call the place of Lodabar, the lowest place that you could ever get, the one that's on the bottom. It's time for us to come up. If we say that we are the king kids and we are the chosen ones, then why we stay at the bottom? Why we are still at the bottom? Every other race can come in and they can sit there and set up businesses and prosper except us. Because we supporting that mess. We spend almost 1 point some or maybe 2 point some trillion dollars a year. We are one of the biggest consumers, but yet we own maybe about 1 or 2% business, black businesses. When we sit there, spend so much that's going out, but nothing is coming in. But yet we want to continue complaining. Come on, guys, help me to make this make sense. This does not make sense at all. But yet when you see some brother that's or some sister trying to do better, trying to come out of this sunken place, what you trying to do? You trying to help these people to put your foot on their neck to keep them from rising up. So we cannot keep pointing a finger, because sometimes the worst enemy is the man that's in the mirror. And that's why we have to learn to examine ourselves and stop being so jealous and envious of somebody else. Because I truly believe that the Most High God, he's raising up these black men, black women as I speak. People that's not afraid to speak, saying something that you want to say, but you only think of it because you're too scared to say it. Because you don't want to be canceled. Or you don't want to be looked down. You want to continue sitting at the table. But yet he's saying something that you wish that you can say it. But yet you come down on it. Oh, you want to bring up somebody past. We all got a past. There's not one righteous person. And if you say that you are one righteous person, please tell me, how did you do that? And if nothing ever came to you, trust me, boo-boo, it's on the way. It's on the way. So therefore, instead of fighting each other, we got to start coming together, because one thing about them, They're not going to sit there and fight each other. They're going to come together. When you say, and I say this all the time, when you see a white person pat another white person on the back, that means that I want to learn from you. But when we pat each other on the back, we want to stab that person in the back. We hate to see one another get ahead. You see one get an inch ahead, what you trying to do? You going to try to reel him back in, just like crabs in a barrel. Come on, guys, wake up. Enough is enough. Like I sit there and say, this is it. We can't keep going around and around the circle just because we don't like the ones that the Most High God is using to pull us out of Lodabar. If you think that these jokers that's now billionaires, these entertainers, these football players that's going to pull you out, you got another thing coming. Trust me, they're not going to lose anything for you. We already saw that. They're not even going to put nothing back into the community. If anything, they're going to go ahead and try to take it out. So my suggestion to you guys is that we got to stop it. It's not going to always look like who you think that it's going to look like, because the Most High God uses whomever he pleases. Spiritual things are spiritually discerned. I believe that this is a spiritual warfare that we are in right now. Everything that you see right now is only a prophecy of what's to come. And we know that the physical warfare is coming, and we are preparing for it. But we sitting there putting our foot on the people because we don't think that that person is worthy to be in the front line. But if we get these jokers that sitting there now want to look like you know who, if you want them to sit there and be in the front line, trust me, you might as well say this is a lost cause. We need somebody, some people that's like somebody say, oh, he's too loud. But that's what we need. We need those type of people. That's the only way that you're going to be able to push this. These people that you think is crazy, these people ain't got it all. Because if you think these jokers with the two-piece suit, these people sitting there living behind that white picket gate is going to help you to cross over, trust me, these people is not going to lose anything. Not for you. They like the Jefferson. They felt like they done moved on up. They ain't got time for you. They not looking back. But now you got somebody that don't mind putting their boots on the ground, but what you trying to do? You trying to put your foot on their neck just because they don't look like you. They don't act like you. But this is the generation that the Most High God is raising up. This is the Joshua generation. This is a generation where the Most High God is breathing new life into these dead bones, these bones that you sat there and you tried to put your foot on. He's raising them up, and you want to get all upset about it. But guys, I don't know. I'm serious. I'm thinking about going ahead and get this guy on my show, on my platform, because like I said, you know, it is what it is. And I believe right now he's a voice to be reckoned with, because if you saw him, Dr. Umar Johnson on the Breakfast Club, I mean, he hit it out of the park. I mean, Charlemagne didn't have nothing for him. It reminded me, you remember when Yolanda Adams, she's a gospel singer, she was singing one of Patti LaBelle's songs, but Patti LaBelle had came from back a stage, and she started start singing her own song, and Yolanda Adams, she couldn't even keep up. And that's how it was with Dr. Umar Johnson and Charlemagne the God. I mean, this man was like this, you know, because he know exactly what he's talking about, because he's anointed for such a time like this, and nobody can get mad but the devil. So don't tell me about nobody past, because we all had a past. Don't tell me nothing about what his school been trying to come up for 3 or 4 years. Well, what you did you contribute to his school, or you just doing all the talking? See, we do the talking, but nobody want to contribute to anything. Come on, guys, help me to make this make sense. Don't sleep on KRS ones. But like I said, guys, enough is enough. You know, the Most High God sending us people, but just because they don't act or look like you want to act. Just like I remember this story. You remember this story when a man was on the roof because it had a flood, and he stood on the roof because he was waiting for someone to come and rescue him. So a boat came by, and I might not be telling the same order. He passed it up. Then a raft came by, he passed it up. A helicopter came, passed it up. But sometimes, like I'm saying, is we're gonna miss our blessings because it's not the person who you thought was gonna be the one to rescue you. You never know who you are entertaining. Sometimes I'd rather be entertained by a bunch of strangers than the ones that's in my own foes, which my own family. You never know who you are entertaining. So, guys, we just got to wake up, and we got to just do a little better than this, because this right here is real, and it can't get no real than this. It's time for us to wake up. And I liked it. I really enjoyed, because I think that he was making some good points, very good points. And I had to come on and say that because, like I said, I see the vision. I see what the Most High God is doing. And some people, they can't see from just where they are, but I see the bigger picture. And I see that the time is now. I see that it's time for us to sit there and come out of this. We've been stuck in this for a very, very long time. So it's time for us to come out. It's time for us to come out. That's just the bottom line. But I felt led to go ahead and share this with you guys to let enough is enough, guys. We can't keep our eyes on and looking at people and trying to bring a person down, because those jokers, trust me, once they have made it, they not worrying about coming back to you, because you think that these people, they gonna sit there and lose their job, lose their income, lose their way of living just for you. No, these people have nothing to even do with you anymore once they sit there and they get to where they need to get. So now you got people that don't mind sitting there helping to lead your people out of this. But what you trying to do? We want to keep our mouths. We are the only ones that does stuff like this. You don't see them tearing each other down. You don't, when they people do something, you don't hear not one thing, because they're not going to sit there and talk about their own, but they'll talk about yours, or they'll whisper in your ears so you can sit there and tear your own down. But we are the only ones that will hand our own people to them on a silver platter. Come on, guys, wake up. Enough is enough. It's time for us to come out of this. I don't know about you guys, but I see the bigger picture. I see that it's time for us to come out of this. We've been in this for, like some say, 400. It's supposed to have been 400 years. But now we've been in, look like 500 years. That's just like the children of Israel. They've been in the wilderness wandering around for over 40 years, which should have been only 14 days. And we still in this mess. We know who we are. But it's just that we some hothead people, some stiff-necked people. But we have to take our eyes off of man and put our eyes on the prize, guys. Because if not, we're going to stumble. We're going to keep tripping. We have to stop doing that because this is it, guys. This is the final call, whether we ready or not. But I really had enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed. I sat there. I think it was like on the Breakfast Club. I think it was like an hour and something. I think that's how long it lasts. Maybe an hour. Yeah, probably an hour and something. But I watched the entire thing and I enjoyed every bit of it. Every bit of it. Because, like I said, I'm a type of person, I don't go by what somebody else said. I have to go ahead and hear that person out for myself. That's how I am. That's the type of person that I am. And maybe, like I said, once you get in a certain age, you don't change, you stay in that because I can't see, nobody to put my foot on nobody. That's not my type. That's not my style. But I'm finished saying what I had to say. That's all I had to say, guys. Let me see what I can find on social media until, if anybody have anything when they come on, want to go ahead and talk about something that you want to talk about, guys, feel free. You are welcome. The floor is open. But in the meanwhile, I hope I don't get cut off because last time when I went on Instagram yesterday, for some reason, it messed up my live. And also, guys, anything that you guys feel like free that you want to go ahead and talk about or you want me to talk about to add to the show, feel free. Let me know. Leave a comment. Trust me. I go and see what's going on, and maybe I might add it a part of my show. But if you're just coming in, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So let me see what's going on. I see that yep, this is what he said right here. Dr. Umar, notorious RBG, Brittany Griner, coming home because, well, we know she's home now. And this is her right here. Brittany Griner cut off her signature locks in order to prepare for Russia winter, which I don't think that she cut off her hair just to prepare for winter. I think that she couldn't maintain it. So most likely that's why she went ahead and cut it off. I don't think she had all the products, or she maybe she didn't know how to go ahead and twist it. So what she did was she went ahead and cut it off. I don't know. We won't know until she come out and say. But there's a lot of people that have mixed emotions about she's being released. Because they think that it's just a political stunt, because we know that election, coming around the corner, and they think that the reason why they went ahead and did it, so they can make some kind of political point. And I think Dr. Umar has said something to the fact, not exactly. But yep, guys, I'm finished. I say what I had to say and I'm done. But we got to keep our eyes off of people, guys. Keep our eyes off of people, because long as we keep our eyes on people, we're gonna continue stumbling. We're gonna continue to stumble. Let me see what he's saying right here.
Facebook family doing right now. Tampa, Florida. I'm in Tampa. Not this weekend. I'm in Aruba. I want all my Caribbean Africans to join me in Aruba this Saturday and Sunday. I want all my Caribbean Africans to join Dr. Umar of Africanism in Aruba this Saturday and Sunday. I want my Caribbean Africans to come to Aruba this Saturday and Sunday. I want all my Caribbean Africans. We having a Pan African Caribbean conference. We having a Caribbean Pan African conference in Aruba this Saturday and Sunday. I said we having a Caribbean Pan African conference in Aruba this Saturday and Sunday. If you need the flyer, text me or WhatsApp me. If you need the flyer, text me or WhatsApp me. I want to see Jamaica in Aruba Saturday. I want to see Haiti in Aruba Saturday.
What you think, guys, about Doctor? Let me see. I hope I am not cut off. I had a feeling that once I sit there and get to this right here, it's going to start acting up. But what you guys think about if Dr. Umar Johnson and Roland Martin and Dr. Boyce Watkins and all these great men get together. I mean, if we all can come together, trust me, we will be a force to be reckoned with. But I heard Dr. Umar had said on Instagram that he wouldn't mind going on the Oprah show, but I don't think that Oprah would invite him because you know good well Oprah is not ready for the truth, and especially when she a part of the ops. Ain't nowhere in the world that she's going to allow Dr. Umar to come to the show. No way.
Is Tampa. This weekend is Aruba. Next weekend, I'm in Tampa, Florida. Pull up.
Like I said, one thing about me, guys, I try to see the good in everybody, especially with our people, because we've been through so much, so much. Oh, guys, I want to talk about this right here. I saw this right here. This article right here, when it was last night with Meghan Marcus, she had said she was not treated like a black woman before moving to the UK. And this right here is on the Shed Room. Guys, everything that you need is right there on the Shed Room. I want to go ahead and talk about this a little bit.
Very aware of my race because they made it such an issue when I went to the UK. But before that, most people didn't treat me like a black woman. So that talk didn't have to happen for me. Very different to be a minority but not be treated as a minority right off the bat. Obviously now people are very aware of my race because they made it such an issue when I went to the UK. But before that, most people didn't treat me like a black woman.
I was so disturbed when she said that. And the reason why I was disturbed when she said that is because it had to take her to go to England to around these people in order for her to realize who she really is. So for her to say most people didn't treat her like a black woman, so what she's trying to say, she only hung around certain type of people, because we already know I never ever seen Meghan Marcus. I have never seen her come out, with her natural hair. She always come out with her hair straightened, but I never saw it with curls. When she comes out, she's going to make sure her hair is pressed. And I know when she was young, when she was in school, I saw plenty of pictures where she had her hair curly. She had like a curly fro. But now that, she's older, she going to make sure that her hair is bone straight. But it's going to be a time where we're going to wish that we embrace all this. I promise you. Right here it says hashtag Meghan Marcus recently reflect on how her experience as a black woman changed when she moved to United Kingdom. In episode 2 of her and Prince Charles, I guess they got a documentary. I don't know if they got it. I never even watched it. Meghan revealed that she didn't feel she was even treated like a black woman until her race was made an issue in England. What are your thoughts? I guess the only thing that I can come up and think of is that they went ahead and brought her to reality. Let me see right here. I don't know if I'm lagging or not, because every time I get on Instagram, and I thought I had a good computer, but I guess my laptop is not that good, because I got an HP, so I guess I might have to go ahead and get a Mac because for some reason I'm still having problems when I go on Instagram, and also it's like a delay. And it says recent reflected on how her experience as a black woman changed when she moved to the UK. It was a problem so convincing to not embrace her own culture until she actually felt that's it. That's what I'm saying, the same thing. Let me go ahead and read this. It says it was probably so convenience to not embrace her own culture until she actually felt what it was like to be black in the world and how had no choice. Her eyes now wide open as an adult when so many of us have experienced the black girl treatment our entire lives. God is willing to open the eyes to our biracial individuals to why it is important to be informed and embrace all parts of themselves because the world will always remind them when they get a chance. And newsflash, being black is extraordinary, hence why they work overtime to bring us down. But like I say, it's time for us to start embracing who we are, you know, because trust me, we are not going nowhere. And like I say, when it comes to our melanin skin, honey, trust me, it's like liquid gold. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is Dr. Umar Johnson, Return of the Prince, Pan African. And that's him, was on the Breakfast Club. Also had put it in my playlist, guys, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. But I'm just trolling now because I really just come on just to go ahead and talk about this, guys. And if you got any questions or anything that you want to go ahead and talk about, feel free. We can go ahead and talk about it. This right here, what's her name? Yeah, she's pregnant. Kiki Palmer. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. But guys, let me know what you think about it. Let me see who that is on live.
I can't try to force you to update
Oh
your
no,
mindset to my.
I'm not into all that no more. Mm-mm. Yeah, but guys, yeah, that's really what I had wanted to go ahead and talk about because, like I said, it's time for us to start learning to support one another. We got to support each other. We cannot keep, putting our foot down and tearing down one another just because it's not going to be who you think it's going to be. It's not going to be that. It doesn't work like that. Not like this, because this time, we looking for people that, it's not going to be a pushover. The people that's, sold, not the ones that sold out to the system. We looking for people that's ready to see our people come out of this. We've been in this for a very, very long time. So it's time for us to, to come out of this. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready. Let me go ahead and get out of this right here. Yeah. So I'm gonna be on at least maybe about 10 more minutes, and after that I'll go ahead and close it down. But yep. So, if I do decide to go ahead and get Dr. Umar Johnson on my platform, I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and take my braids out because you know how it is with him, But I think the reason why I put my braids, which I don't mind rocking my natural hair, but it's just that, it's growing out now and it's not growing. To me, it's growing all uneven, and I don't want to go ahead and cut it. So I'm just letting it. I put this protective style in, put these braids in, so I can go ahead and just let it grow out some. And once it grow out the way that I want it to grow out, then I'm gonna go ahead and take my braids down. But to me, with my braids, it's more convenience for me. And also, I'm also a licensed cosmetologist. So to me, however I want to go ahead and put my hair, I just go ahead and do it. But yeah, guys, that's exactly what I had wanted to go ahead and talk about, guys. Dr. Umar Johnson, and I know that a lot of people, they have their mixed opinions about it, but it is what it is. We got to stop it, guys. Come on, guys, wake up, wake up. Now I see what what's his name? Moses was talking about our people. Gosh, man, we are so hard on each other. Why? Why are we so hard on one another? Don't you know, guys, we got to stop that. These people are laughing at us. These people are laughing at us. We got to stop being so hard with one another. You know, we the only race that does that. Every other race, they stick together, but no, not us. We want to sit there and we want to put our foot on each other. But like I said, I don't know. We still got a long ways to go with a short time. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people, they were very upset about Dr. Umar and his school. And the ones that was doing all the talking, trust me, most likely never even had contributed to that man. That's why one thing about me, I don't jump with the band. I don't jump on the bandwagon. I can't. Oh God, I can't. I cannot go with the crowd. That's not my style. I cannot do that. Let me see. Let me see if I can read some of the comments because I'm just passing time. Hi, Tessa Phillip, Canada in the house. Oh my God, way from Canada. How are you doing? Glad that you are here. Welcome to my live, guys. I'm just here passing time. I wanted to talk about a little bit about Dr. Umar Johnson. So, what do you think about Dr. Umar Johnson? Do you know anything about him, and how do you feel about it? Come on, guys, ask me some questions, or just tell me how you feel about Dr. Umar Johnson and what he's talking about. I believe that he's very articulate. He's very aware of what he's saying. A lot of people is upset with him because they look at his past, and not only that, they're upset because he talked about the reparation, saying that we are not ready for it now, which is, like I said earlier, it's not that he said that we're not going to get it. It's just not ready. We are not ready. We'll just go ahead and give it back, even though it's our money. We do whatever we want to do, but I think that it's time for us to be good stewards. So let me know how you feel about Dr. Umar Johnson, and if you had watched him on the Breakfast Club this morning, guys, let me know. Put a comment down below and tell me how you feel. I have at least about 8 more minutes, and after that, I'm gonna go ahead and just close it down. I'm gonna go ahead and read some of the comments. So, guys, if you have anything that you want to go ahead and talk about, dealing with this topic right here, feel free. Feel free to go ahead and talk about it. And also, I usually come on about 6 o'clock, about this time Central, which I came on at 5 o'clock because I had saw that Dr. Umar had did a live on Instagram, and I wanted to go ahead and play it, but I had supposed to come on at 6 o'clock. And also, do something at 10 o'clock, read a few, not really read a few, but break down some of those scriptures in the Bible. So right here, someone has said Umar needs his own radio show. He will break all kinds of codes. Well, he definitely needs his own radio show. He needs to come out from where he is now, because people need to hear that message, because his message is very powerful. And I believe that, he need a bigger platform. But then again, the Most High God can use someone wherever they are, because the thing about it, he's sending the right people that needs to hear to hear his message. So guys, let me know what you think about all this. Also, someone said Dr. Umar is hands down one of the most eloquent and intelligent individual. The love he has for our community is unmatched, and the man is very smart. That's one thing that you cannot take away from him. I don't care what he does in his personal life, because like I say, none of us are righteous. We all have a past, but you don't let that deflect you from the message, from the mission, just because of what somebody did in their past, or how somebody cannot control their flesh or whatever. Umar Johnson, number one. Okay, someone say Tessa. I might be pronouncing the name wrong. Tessa. She said that Dr. Umar Johnson is number one. Someone else said, what I'm gathering from the interview, Dr. Umar is phenomenal. God bless him. He should. He spoke nothing but facts in every situation. CTG hates Kanye so much that he can't even see or understand why someone would have anything nice to say about him, even when it's true. So they talking about Charlemagne the God does not like Kanye West because every time when Dr. Umar was saying, anything about Kanye West, well, Charlemagne thought that, he was defending Kanye, but he was saying, no, I'm not, I'm not offending him. I'm not offending him. It's just that, some of the stuff that the man did, he did make some valid points. Some of the stuff, even though he loved to trigger people, with these, what he says, but you have to know how to chew and spit out. That's how I look at it. I don't know. This interview shed more light on Charlemagne the God to me, and it is not a good one. Does Envy has an opinion in it or anything? Yeah, not Doctor Umar, but DJ Envy. He's more laid back now. Charlemagne is more of the opinion side, but just like Dr. Umar has said, these people right here, they're gonna say stuff like this because they've chased those bags. It's all about money, so quite obvious they're gonna say what the massive wants to hear. Because these people, you got to realize who are the ones that's cutting these people checks. So guys, if you got any more questions, anything that you want to go ahead and talk about, feel free, because I have 4 more minutes, and after that I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Another person that said exactly, I say this too. The celebrities don't control where they can't spend their money. They are allowed to spend exactly where they do. Only white designers, jewelry, sex, drugs, and cars. And Dr. Umar talked about that. He talked about the celebrities. See, we put the celebrities on a pedestal. You know, if it's not a celebrity or a basketball player, somebody that's, on TV entertaining us, we don't want to talk about. We don't want to hear nobody else but a celebrity. And that's just to show you we are starstruck. And these people, they only gonna say what they are told to say. Because these people is not gonna mess up their bags. These people are chasing money. Now you got someone that here to tell the truth. You guys don't even want to hear that type of talking. You don't want to hear it. Only a few minutes though, the interview, but I just truly happy for accomplish what so many people said he never would, with so many of our own people being so negative. And that's sad when it's our own people, it's the one that's doing the most talking. I mean, it's horrible. That's just to show you guys, some of us, we're not even going to come out of this. Some of us going to just stay stuck where we at, stay stuck right there on the plantation, because some of us is not ready. And those that are not ready, this is what I think. Leave them where they are. Leave these people where they are. And the ones that's ready to sit there and cross over, then, it's time for us to cross over. If they don't want to go, leave them where they are. Because some people you just can't help. I chose the opposition, the opposite. God bless Dr. Umar's school and all the children that attend. Let them be enlightened and empowered in the name of the Most High. And that's what we should do. We should learn to pray for one another. If you see your brother or your sister falling, pray for them. Not to sit there and just take your foot and put them on their neck. But not us. Some of us, like I said, we got a long ways to go. Another person said, I love me some Dr. Umar. He's a true gem to our community. God bless him for speaking out and sharing his thoughts. His passion and knowledge is what can make a difference and start to wake up our people. And that's absolutely true, you know, and that's what he's doing, you know, but not everyone is going to receive it, but it's for those that are open, those that are willing to receive it, because like I said, you know, many are called but few are chosen. Not everybody going to be able to sit there and come on board. This is only for the chosen ones, the ones that have ears to hear and eyes can see. Some of these people, they got eyes and they can't see, ears and they cannot hear nothing, because they are spiritually and physically blind. Dr. Umar come through once again with a punch to the gut. That's well needed, and did he? So, guys, you make sure you go ahead and check out uh the Breakfast Club with Dr. Umar Johnson on it. I'm gonna go ahead and close it down, but make sure you go ahead and check it out. The interview, I think it was like an hour and some, but trust me, you're gonna be able to watch the entire interview because it was on fire. I mean, this man, just like I had said, he had went ahead and hit it out of the park. And also, I think that I had went ahead and put it in my playlist. So if you can't go into the Breakfast Club, it's also on my playlist where you can go ahead and check it out. So, guys, on that note, with all that being said, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day and peace out.